again, everybody. It's Migueltio, the North Country Latino, and can you believe this is our 4th anniversary episode? 4 years on the air doing this show, and I want to thank all of you who have been watching the show over the years for coming back again and coming back again. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed our on-location celebration for New Year's, and what a great time that was. If you haven't seen it, see it. It's on the video stuff on my channel. So go back and see my New Year's extravaganza live from Jensen Beach, Florida. It was a great time. My father-in-law, my mother-in-law, great food. She was cooking this about every day. And of course I got a little seafood around that. And of course a great time at the beach and everything. Anyways, over the years I've talked about how different Latin countries and different Latin cultures have shared similar recipes of the same name. And several episodes ago I did one of the Mexican flancochos, which is kind of like a variation on flan, but it's more like a cake as well than just the custard. And it was nice and rich and chocolatey, and a lot of you watched that episode. The Puerto Rican flancocho is very similar, except it's very vanilla compared to the chocolate Mexican flancocho. And we're going to make a Puerto Rican flancocho today, here on Migueltio, the North Country Latino 4th year anniversary. I'm going to start. I've preheated my oven to 350 magical degrees. And let me tell you something. The next thing you do, I never thought of doing things like this. You take, I think I remember this from the flancocho before. It's just been a while, okay? You take your roasting pan that you used all the way through the holiday season, making the turkeys, making the ham and everything like that. Fill it halfway with water, and that's already done. Okay, you can see the water in it. About halfway, however deep your pan is. So they see mine's about halfway, and there's about halfway more that hasn't been done. You're going to put that in the preheated oven. That's going to have a purpose, so don't think, oh my God, you're just being crazy. Not boiling water in the oven here. But you're going to put that right in the oven, and I'm just doing it right now. And in the meanwhile, grab yourself a bowl, so this is where the rest of this is going, okay? And you're going to take 3 eggs, good ones, so get your egg product there. 3/4 of a cup is 3 eggs out of this, or you can use real ones. Either way, works for you. And I had just about 3 eggs left, can you believe it? So, mix that in. Okay. Get yourself about 8 ounces of cream cheese and soften it. I'm going to check this to see if I softened it enough. I'm not really sure. I'm going to soften it some more. And while that's going on, I'm just going to soften it a little in my microwave. Take a can of fat-free evaporated milk and take a can of fat-free sweetened condensed milk. Sounds like I'm making coquito all over again, huh? Get that out of that can. The sweetened condensed milk is always a little more stubborn to get out of a can than the evaporated is. It's almost like getting cocoa goya or something like that out of the can. Get that stuff off the wall of the can. You don't want to waste it, you know what I'm saying? You're putting this all together in a bowl. I'm going to go back and check on this cream cheese in just a second. And it's all going to get mixed in the same place, so. But let's see if we got this soft enough, baby. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So I'm going to put this cream cheese into the bowl. And it's going to be all mixed together, everything I put in. The sweetened condensed, the 3 eggs, the evaporated milk, the softened cream cheese. You can use any degree of cream cheese you want. High fat, low fat, whatever you want. Depends on what you want in it, okay? And then take a teaspoon of vanilla. So we're not going to be putting cocoa powder or anything like this like we do in the Mexican flancocho. This is going to be Puerto Rican flancocho. Put a vanilla extract in there. Teaspoon. And take this concoction and mix it together well. I'm using kind of a wire whisk kind of thing. And of course, try to get all the solids worn down. Everything there. So it's nice and smooth. Get it down there was nice and smooth. You might have little pieces left, but that's okay. Because when it cooks, it's going to all cook that in there and get nice and melted down too. So don't forget that. If you feel like you're going on forever. Then while those are setting aside, get yourself a cup of sugar and a small saucepan. And you can use a mold or a full large bundt cake pan, anything you want. Take the bundt cake pan and spray it with non-cooking spray. This is all while your oven is preheating at 350 with the roasting pan inside. Get it all sprayed up. Take the cup of sugar, and you've got that in your small roasting pan. Turn your heat on and start stirring, because you're basically going to stir it for a good 3 or 4 minutes till it starts to liquefy. So when it liquefies, it's going in your pan that's been pre-sprayed and treated. So start stirring up that sugar. When your sugar starts to get a little light brown and crumbly, it's starting to transfer to what will eventually be that liquid state. And if this looks like candy, well, that's because we call this caramelization. Even though they do it en masse with packaged candies, this is all they make caramel, folks. It's not this small a deal, you know. Alright, when it's a very light moving liquid on your spoon, pour it into the bundt cake. And then you more or less swirl it around. Get as much as you can in there. You get it swirled around like I'm doing here on all sides, so it coats. And then you're going to take your mixture of the milks and everything and pour that over your caramel. A little more of the caramel off that spoon. Pour that into the bundt cake over it. So it covers it. Like so. Okay? Now, over that, you're going to have already made, like I did ahead of time, it's the best way to do it, a recipe of just plain yellow cake. Yellow cake mix recipe. Have that right ready to go. Best thing to do that, you can pause and make that on the side, or you can have it ready ahead of time, like I did. You're going to take that yellow cake mix and you're going to put it over what you've got in the pan already. So that's going to be like the bottom. Put that in over your milk and cream cheese mixture, topping the whole thing off, if you will. And spread that around. So it goes in over everything you put in so far. Because this is what makes it different than regular flan. Flancocho. Kind of a mixture, if you will, of flan, that word, and bizcocho, which is cake. once you've got that up to the top of your pan, pat it down. Rinse your hands off, if you will. Always rinse and wash when you cook when you need, so you don't have stickies all over. We're going to put this into the oven. Into your half full of water roasting pan. So get your mitts on, folks, so that way you're not burning yourself in that oven. As with hopefully anything you cook. Get it out here. And you're just going to set it right in. All right. And then ready it will be. So in the oven it's going to go, and you're going to let it bake in there for a good 40 to 50 minutes. And it's going to be Flancocho. So there it goes, and we'll see you later on the flip side. And after 50 minutes, it's done. Take your pan out. And look at that. So you're going to want to let it cool until it's much cooler than this before you put it on the serving plate. So let it do so on a cooling stovetop, and we'll be back to serve it later. It's time for the great unveiling. You can take a platter or any kind of cake surface, anything you want, get it so it's nice and loose. Take your batter and turn it over. And let's see what happens when we take it off. There it is. Doesn't that look scrumptious? And some of your caramel stays on the inside. And I did this when I made the flancocho the last time. I spooned some of that out over the top. Let's see what happens when we do that. Makes kind of like little caramel flowers over the top of it. So I spoon them out and they're in the little sections. This just happens to be my cake. Put them over the top and it's kind of like a little decoration. But most of it, of course, is absorbed into the top of your flancocho. But this makes it look almost pretty, you know. Check that out. Scoop one over there. Yes, it's going to be a little sticky, but oh well. There we go. Look at that. Sky view. And there's nothing like a new recipe for, believe it or not, oven-fried tacos out of Eating Well magazine to go along with our Puerto Rican flancocho. So a little mix of Pan-American cuisine. And this is Migueltio, the North Country Latino, saying thank you for these last 4 years of enjoying food with me. And I hope we do another great year and have some other great recipes. And like I said once again, any of you who have any ideas for the show, want to see something made, if I can do it, suggest it. Send me a line. Thank you very much. Gracias, amigos. Mwah. Time to eat. Here's a serving suggestion. Got any of those leftover cherry pie fillings that you might have made with cheesecake over Christmas holiday? Goes good on top.